and welcome back to another video on my channel. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and done like a face-to-face video, so I thought it was long overdue and it's about time I did another one. So today in this video, let me just try and get you on a good angle. There we go. I am going to be sorting out my trolley. This was originally from Hobbycraft, if anyone was wondering. Probably not, but there you go. So basically I'm going to take absolutely everything off it. Obviously I will set up the camera a little bit better when it comes to actually doing it, but I'm going to take absolutely everything off my trolley, clean it for a start because it is so dusty, it's unreal. I'm going to get rid of stuff that I don't need. I'm going to like tidy stuff that I do. I'm basically just going to go from there. I also want to test out using this, not this one in particular, I'll get a black one, but I am hoping to move house in the next couple of weeks. It took a really long time and I was questioning doing a like buying a house in 2022 sort of video, just to explain like how long everything took and what the steps are and stuff like that in case anyone was interested. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it yet or not because obviously it's not related to my channel at all, but I'm thinking about it. I might do it, I might not, who knows. So basically I've got a lot of alcohol. I bought a lot of alcohol for Christmas, and I don't know why I've been out there just to talk to you because it feels really weird being so like this. But yeah, I got a lot of alcohol bought for me for Christmas. I already had some anyway, so I've ended up with lots of bottles of alcohol. So I was thinking of using one of these carts, but get a black one to match my new kitchen, like as a drinks cart. So I could put on the bottom like bottles, then in the middle I could put glasses, and on the top it could be like the station, because I know you can get like lids for this sort of area. So I was thinking about doing that potentially, but I don't know whether the bottles and everything that I've got will fit in this. So I want to empty it, and then before I put all my nail stuff back on it, I want to set it up like as a drinks cart and see if it works. And then if it does, I'll know to buy one, and if not, then obviously I'll think of a backup plan. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's get into it. Let's move you to a better spot for you to see what I'm actually doing. Right, so first things first, I just need to take everything off, oh gosh, that is on here. So I'm probably going to do this as a time lapse just to make it quicker and you can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to quickly time lapse that. Okay, so this is where we're at. I've emptied it. It's now bare apart from a couple of these. That went well. A couple of these magnets are on there that I use for cat's eye nails. I'm just going to take those off. So all this stuff is not necessarily going to go back on, because I don't know whether I really need it, to be honest. I don't really know why I'm doing it at this angle. I could have sat at my desk and then did it over there, but never mind. So what I'm going to do now is I'm quickly just going to give this a quick clean over, and then I will come back once I've also fetched all the alcohol as well. Okay, so this is all the alcohol that I got either for Christmas or already have and everything. So we've got just literally so much. There's another bottle of Chambord back there as well. So this is what I want to put on my cart. I'm just going to drop my chair down, wiggle a bit. So I need to see if the tallest bottles fit. Oh, that doesn't fit. That's really annoying. Oh, that was aggressive. My bottle of wine I probably wouldn't put on this anyway. And the next tallest is this one. That fits like just about. And then my bottle of Malibu. So as you can see, that Smirnoff one is literally like on the second thing. So this is what the bottom shelf looks like with all of them on. The only two that wouldn't fit is the tall Gordon's gin and then the bottle of Malbec, but like I said, I'm not really bothered about that being in here anyway. I don't think I like it, to be fair, because my plan was to have the alcohol on the bottom and then in the middle have like gin glasses, wine glasses, Bailey's glasses, like all the alcohol glasses that we've got, because we have like Carlin, Budweiser, like all those sorts of glasses as well. And then on the top just have like the bit that you can like make your drink on sort of thing. But I don't think I like the look of it, to be honest with you. So I don't think I'm going to use this for that purpose, to be honest. I'm probably going to go with the other one. I did see one that was at IKEA and it wasn't really that expensive, to be honest. And I really need to get up. Oh, and I really liked the look of it. So I think I'm probably going to go with that one after all, because I'm not too pleased with this one. I mean, to be fair, I probably would like it more if it was black, but I don't think I like how bulky it is, because this is going to be going like underneath a breakfast bar in the new house. And I don't think this is going to fit very well anyway, so that was a bit of a pointless exercise. So I'm basically just going to take all this back out, and then I'm going to sit and sort through that, which is going to be obviously the main part of this video. Okay, so this is the stuff that I need to sort out to go back on there, because it's the stuff that I use all the time. I usually keep these gels on my bottom, I don't know why I'm doing this, I need to do it properly, but I usually keep these on the bottom shelf, and it's really not ideal, to be honest, because I have to keep leaning down to get them, and with the way my back is, it's just not, it's not ideal. Is that an old bottle that I've put there by accident? Yeah, I need to start using that one first. I'll put on the left. So these are all just builder gels. This is Blush Builder Gel from Gel Perfection. They are all apricot. This one is nude, and these two are clear. And I just keep them in this thing. I'm just using a fluffy brush to dust these off. I just find it easy to do it this way, because then I can really get in each compartment and dust it out, like so. Doesn't do the best job, but you know, it does a job, so it's fine. So I'm putting them all separately, like depending on what colour they are. So I'm putting the nude there. I'm just giving each bottle a quick dust over before I put it back in, and then I'm putting the clear together. And then blush together. And then apricot together. I do have a blush on my desk as well, because I do use that one the most now. I have had a lot of clients transfer over from apricot to blush. So that's those. I'm going to pop them in the middle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. There we go. I just need to keep switching angles depending on what I'm doing. I'm going to pop these on the second one, because like I said, I usually do it on the third one, but I just find it difficult to reach them, and obviously I use those often. So next up is stuff like this, where it's just like random crap that I've just thrown in because I can't be bothered to sort out what I want to do with it. These, I absolutely love this, what's it called, this pouch that I got one of my most recent bits in. So I've just put all of my Willow Academy cards in there for the different things. To be honest, I don't even look at them, but I think they're quite helpful to have. So this is what they look like. They give you all the information when you buy a, what's it, and it's really handy actually that you can put the date that you bought them on, because then you could keep on top of how old they are. That's really good. I don't do it obviously, as you can see, but it is handy. So I've just popped those in this little thingy because I think it's really pretty, so I like to keep that for no reason whatsoever. So I'm going to pop that, I'm going to stand it up at the back, I think, so it's in there but it's out of the way. And then this is my Tassimo thing that should obviously be with that, not in here. And then I've just thrown some stuff in here. These are the files basically that I use on my own nails. I just need to take them all out and get the dust out the bottom of this box, because there's loads in here. Don't ask me why I've got so many files that I use on myself. To be fair, I didn't actually have that many that I used on myself. Some of them are brand new and I've never used them, but they were in packaging and I'd used them for new clients, but then they fell out of the packaging into the pot with all the others that I use on myself, so now I can't differentiate between them, and I don't want to use used files on a client, so I just, whenever I'm doing my own nails, just grab one of the files out of here now. So yeah, that's what I do with those. So that's got my files and a buffer for me and an oil for me in, so I can grab that when I'm doing my own nails. So I'm just going to pop that where it usually is. That's at the back of this thingy, or should I put it there? See, this is what I hate about doing this job, is just figuring out which order to put stuff in. But there's also another file there. So next up is this here, which is an absolute mess like everything else. That's my buffer. So I've got some of these remover pads, which I'm probably going to slot in behind that I've just put in. Like so. And then, oh, there's some new files. This is just a mess, basically. I haven't used this pot for ages. I just threw loads of tips in here that I didn't want in the way. I'm just going to pop those down there. They're the little toe separator things I use for my, when I'm doing my gel toes. I'm just going to take the files out of this. I don't even know why there's any in here. Probably just gone to throw them back in that other one and they've landed in there. That's probably what's happened. That's for seeing better days. So my problem is with these, there's a glove in there, that's very random. I haven't worn gloves for ages. The problem with these tips is I can never bring myself to get rid of them, but then I don't need to keep them because I literally never look at them twice, especially these ones. These are acrylic designs. So I think it's about time I actually just threw those out and stopped hoarding random stuff for no reason. So I'll give this a quick dust over with that brush. Make a really annoying noise in the meantime. I think going forward my new video schedule is going to be twice a week. As much as I love doing the daily videos and like having you all comment on videos every single day and love interacting with you often, it's just too much work basically, and I'm not like looking for sympathy or anything because obviously I choose to do that, but it's just getting too much. And I suddenly had this like epiphany the other day and realised that I am the only one putting pressure on myself. Like, no one asks for daily videos, I just do them because I'm insane. So I think going forward it is going to be a twice weekly thing for my channel. I think that's going to be much more like easier to keep on top of. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then if I do like have any types of videos that I want to create and it comes in between videos that I've already uploaded, then that's the way I'll do it. Like I think that's what I've decided I want to do. Does this fit down there? Perfect, it does. So let's sort this out. These I absolutely love it. Like, so cute. It's just not, it's not the type of thing I'd wear. Like, I think these were in a Halloween thing from the Jar Box UK or something like that. And I love them, but I don't know when I'm ever going to wear something like that. I need to throw away my ruined palettes because I literally use the same one every single time I do any nail art, and that is this one. I got it from another nail tech during lockdown, which was obviously a long time ago, so I've had it ages, but I use it literally all the time. Every single day that I do nail art, I use that. These are my mandrel bits. I like to have lots of them because I've got a habit of bending them and dropping them and stuff. I don't know how, but it really winds me up. So I do have lots of spare of those for in case that ever happens, because I'd be lost without being able to use a sanding band. This is absolutely beautiful on the bottom, but unfortunately that's not the side you use. I wonder if I could take off. There's no point anyway, that's rough. But yeah, I've ruined this over time. I bought this during the first lockdown from Wild One Interiors. I can't remember who it was that was advertising them at the time, but I got roped in, as you do with influencers. Don't use those either, as you can see, they're literally covered in dust. Another file, I'm just going to bin that, to be honest with you. I was never a fan of the magpie files. This I'm obviously never going to use. Please don't ever use those if you ever get them in a set or anything. They're absolutely dreadful. Just that is one thing I always recommend investing in, is e-files. I really do. Right, let me just take all this crap out of here real quick. It's just some e-file bits I never use. I need to have a look at them, see what they are. I sort of like to keep old e-file bits, like to do my own nails and stuff, so I'm not really eating into the amount of time that they last, like the ones that I use on clients, because obviously they are an expensive thing to have to replace. Like most of them, not most of them, like usually cuticle bits and stuff. They only last a couple of months, especially because I'm full-time nails, so I use them every single day. So it is good to have some old ones to be able to use on myself. I do always forget to use the old ones, to be fair, as you see in my videos. I do usually use the willow ones, but you know, it's just one of those things. It's good to... So I've got this set here. This one is from Divine Nails and Beauty. I've had this for ages. I actually got these when they first brought out, well, when they first came out with saying that they were going to be selling e-file bits, because they sent them to me to... I can't remember what I did with them. Did I take pictures of them? I have no idea. I can't remember, but yeah. I've just had a... Oh, yeah. I'm going to see if these mandrels will fit in here instead of me having them in this ugly bag. Actually, I know what they'll fit in. I'm going to put them in... one of these if they'll fit. I do need to go through my drawers again. I feel like it wasn't that long ago on my channel that I actually sorted my drawers out, but they're already a complete mess all over again, which is very annoying on my part, but there you go. So I'll show you what I'm on about in just a second. I just need to get into this packet, which is proving very difficult with these nails. Right, so I could just keep them in the things that they're in, to be fair. Why is one of them silver? Must have got that from somewhere else and just dropped it in here. These are just cheap ones from Amazon, by the way. They're not expensive. I've never really... That is one thing I haven't ever really invested in. Well, I did once, and then I broke it, and then that was that. Is mandrels, because I just think they're all the same. Like, that is one thing... e-file wise that I haven't noticed a difference with in terms of like expensive, non-expensive. They all seem very, very similar to me. If anyone knows otherwise and the more expensive ones are definitely better for whatever reason, then do feel free to tell me. I'm not saying that it will mean I will use an expensive one, because I use the cheap ones all the time and I never have a problem. But, you know, it's nice to know things. So they fit perfectly into there. I mean, it doesn't particularly look very attractive, to be honest with you. But, you know, I'm not going for the aesthetically pleasing look. I'm just going for the what works. So I'm going to keep them in there. This is just one of the old pots that the magpie foils come in, because I don't keep my foils in these anymore. Just going to pop that down the side there. Loads of these little things now. And then I was sure, oh I did. I was about to say I was sure that I had two of these ones, but couldn't find the other one, and then it turns out I've dropped it on the floor and not noticed. So I have got two of those sets. Not everything in here actually came from this set in the first place, and the same with that. I think I have mixed them up and stuff and put different things in here, but I do need to go through these and figure out what I'm going to use and what I'm not. I'm definitely not going to use that. I hate those. They're so sharp on the tip. I find them really tricky to use. I also don't really get on with this shape very much. That looks horrid. Don't want to use that. That one's too old now, so it's really blunt. Let's move them all over a bit so they all fit nicer. I've got some... I'm just doing this because I've got some in my drawers that I want to put into something else instead of what they're in at the moment. The autofocus on my new phone is much better than on my old phone. I have noticed that, which is good. They're all really sharp. I don't know how many I've got that I need to fit into these. That's the only problem. So I'm going to have a look. Get them out. This drawer is an absolute mess. I really need to sort it out. So these are just bits that I have, like, because they've either come in like a set from Willow, like the surprise boxes and stuff like that. So they're stuff I haven't necessarily bought, or that I have bought and I just don't really get on with, but I don't want to throw them away because I'm a hoarder, basically. I'm also going to get rid of that one, actually. I don't know why I put that in there. You know, I don't know what. I need to stop this whole keeping stuff just for the sake of keeping it business. I need to get that gold off my hand. Just put my hand in some gel paint by accident because it never stays in the bloody thing. Oh, it's on there. That's why. Let's get that out ASAP. Get that away from me. So I've got a Cossack bit from Willow Academy. And then I've got huge ball bit. Never really use things like that, but you know, I might one day, so I better keep it. I don't know what this bit's called, but it is also from Willow. Again, don't use bits like that, but again, I'm going to keep it anyway because I can't help myself. I actually quite like this little mini green smoothie sometimes because it is good for toes, I find. And then we've got a duster. I'm going to put that at the end. I never use duster brushes. I know that they are pretty good actually for cleaning up dust around the cuticles and stuff, but I just always forget it's a thing. This one I think was from Lily Bow. Is that not a hole? Even though it's in a Willow thing, I'll just put it in there because I have loads of the bloody things. And then we've got my pip bit. I'm going to get rid of the one that I've got in my hand and the other hand, this ceramic one. I don't use ceramic bits. I really don't like them. They're just not for me. And then last but not least, I've got this little mini cuticle sealer bit is what I call it, but I don't actually know what it's called. So that's my new one. In fact, let's put... Oh, that's gone. Put one of these bits in there. This is a Willow bit. What's this? I'm going to dust this off. Oh, it's a purple green smoothie by the looks of it. So I'm going to keep that in case, just for my own nails again. There we go. So that one's nice and full now. So I'm going to keep that as well. Just so I've got loads of backup bits. You never know what might happen and when you're going to need one. So let's put that there. Got my mandrels, got my, what's it called? A couple of manicure brushes. And I think that's it. And I've got my extend, what's it? I could put that in that gap. So this is the like portable light that you get with the extend system. Oh my God, I'm chucking stuff all over the place. That you get with the extend system. I don't actually use the extend system because I didn't like it. But I do have the torch for it. Let's put those that way around so it fits better. And then that is all that I've got to put in there, which is good. So that can go down there like so. So my second level is looking much better than it was, I'm not going to lie. And to be honest, my bottom one is basically empty. You can just about see it. I'm just going to put that in there. I don't have anything to put in it at the moment, but I'm sure I'll find something at some point. So now I need to sort out the top layer with my spinny thing. Okay, so I've just quickly took it apart so I can give it a quick dust over. I'm just going to pop it back together. Which obviously is one of those things that's easier said than done. There we go. No, it wasn't. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I just can't seem to not knock things over at the moment. I'll just pop this one back on. Perfect. Right, so I need to start putting things back in here. So the way that I usually do this top layer is I have like base coats in one, top coats in another, and then everything else is sort of in between. So builders and bases are in the same one. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So this got some dust at the back of my throat clearly, but this Gelux clear here is actually base and top. So it's difficult to figure out where to put it. So I usually just put it with a top coat because I don't really use it as a base coat. So everything top coat inspired, I'm going to pop in this one closest to me. So that includes like all my velvet top coats, my super, like my rubber gloss and all that sort of stuff. It's not called rubber gloss, it's called super gloss, but it's a rubber gloss, a rubber top coat, so it confuses me. Got another diamond gloss here, which is just normal top coat. I've got this really cheapy Sally's brand one, but I keep that just for like nail display tips and stuff like that. And then I've got my Fairy Lights top coat, which is the glittery one. Actually, swap that with Super Gloss because I use that more. And then I've got any more top coats. Yeah, I've got my matte top coat as well. Just dusting them off in the process of doing this as well. So that's my tops. I think. Yeah, this one and this one is a top coat, but they don't fit in there, so I just put them separate as well. And then this side, like I said, I do builder and base coats. So I've got a Glitter Bells builder gel, and then we've also got First Base, which is Gel Perfection, is just normal base coat. I've also got my Blossom base from Blue Sky, and then I've also got, I think that's it for base coat actually. Yeah, that's it for bases. And then I do the extra bits in here. So my foil gel can go in there. And I've got acid primers and acid free primers, which is another thing I don't really use anymore, but I keep anyway, just because you never know. Just dusting them off. And then I've got my Hollow Taco top coat, which I use, but base coat, sorry, peel off base, which as you all know I use all the time because that's the one that I use on my channel. I've got a normal top coat here. I used to have a client who well, basically for no reason that I need to explain, just preferred a normal top coat instead of a gel. So she used to have acrylic designs with a normal top coat, so I've still got that. And then I've got my Tears Beauty top coat as well, which fits in there perfect. And then we've got the Barry M peel off base as well, which I've used once or twice. I don't really use it at the moment, to be honest, just because I've got this and I like that. But when I do run out of my Hollow Taco one, I will use that one. And then down around here, I'm going to put my foilet, because I do keep forgetting that I've got that, to be fair. I used to use it all the time, but I don't use it as much now because obviously Evol is in stock and that one isn't. And I don't like to use things that are not in stock on my channel because it's very frustrating for you when you're trying to get something that I've used and you can't because it doesn't exist. So that's the top. And then I need to sort out these ones. I do always put my acetone and everything in the same one here, just because the bottom of it is ruined where they've been, so it makes sense to keep them in the same place. So I put my acetone there, my little bottle of acrylic liquid, that's just in case I break a toenail or something of my own and I want to fix it, that's all that is for. And then, sorry if you can hear that noise in the background, my dog's got the sneezes. And then here I've got, this has just got like, you know, that nail polish remover that's got oils in it, that's got that in it. So I don't really use that, to be fair, but it's there just in case. And then around here I'm going to put my sanitizing spray. Is that in properly? Yeah. Because I use this every day. And then I'm also going to put my lint rollers in here. I use those for stamping. And then around this side, my, what's it called, will go. What are they called? These is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to pop one of these in there to put those on. So I've got them and them. And then around here, I'm going to do, on these that are empty, these ones, instead of having these here, I usually have them hanging off my cart, but they look really messy and it stresses me out. So I'm just going to de-dust them. They're just spares. I don't really use them, to be fair, but I've got them just in case. Because I have lots of these at my hand washing station, like where my sink is at the end of the room. I have lots of these for clients to use to clean their hands and nails with. So I like to have spares just in case. I'm just dusting off any excess dust. And I'm just going to hang them from those to give them a place instead of them just dangling off the end of my cart, because it does look messy. And then I've got two more. Can't get one out. There we go. I'm just going to pop that on there as well. like so. So they're all neat hanging on there. These two are still pretty dusty. There we go. And then that's it. A bit of fluff on that one. I don't know why this gel was on there. I never use it, so I'm not going to bother putting that back on. But this looks really good now. It's got everything that I reach for all the time right where I need it. So we're going to flip back around to the other side. And I'm going to put my... I'm going to put this back on the top shelf without... Okay, I accidentally paused it with my chin when I was putting it back, but there we go. I've popped that back on there now. So we've got a little bit of space here, which is perfect because I like to have this little pot there. It's got these in, which definitely need de-dusting because they're really, really dusty. I never use them again, but they're there in case I want to, because to be fair, well, I say I never use them. That's mainly just because up until very recently, when I've started doing the gel extensions from nail order, I never had any use for them because I hardly ever did soak offs, and if I did, because I hardly ever did them, I used to just use those bowls that have like the warm water underneath and the acetone at the top. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm literally just dusting off these really quick, putting them back in the pot. And I don't do that method of removal anymore. I am using the foil and cotton pad because the removal isn't very long. Like back when I was doing acrylic, I didn't think they were really that useful, but for gel they are perfect because gel removal is quicker. So I keep those in there. And then next to that is just my tips that I use for nail videos. As you can see, I'm running out, so I definitely need to restock those. There's a couple on my desk for some reason. Pop those back in, and then that can just sit at the back there. Perfect. Very neat and tidy. In fact, I'm going to move these onto here as well because they absolutely drive me mad being on my desk. Because I knock them over all the time when I walk past, and it really does irritate me. So they'll be much better off on there. In fact, I might put them a bit at an angle. There we go. Perfect. Actually, let's see if... let's put that on there. I want to see if I can fit this thing here on here because I don't really like having a lot of stuff on my desk. Perfect. I use the stuff that is in there like literally all day, every day. So it's really handy to have that right next to me, which is why I have it on my desk. But I do like how untidy it, I do hate how untidy it is. So that'd be much better having that on there. Might fit that way round. That would look better, wouldn't it? It will fit that way around, which is perfect. So that means I'm going to have to push that over there because I need to be able to reach this. I have to keep reaching around that to get to the stuff that's on it. So if I put that there, that's right next to me all the time. Perfect. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this panned out. I've got everything done how I wanted to. Everything looks much tidier now. Thank goodness for that because it was an absolute mess before. So yeah. I think I'm finally done. Sorry about the close-up. I can't move it I can't move it any further back is what I was trying to say, because it's on my stand on the table and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit all over the place and I have no idea what I'm going to title it because it was really random. Sorry, my camera's got lots of dust on it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, whatever it was in the end. Thank you so much for watching as always. And like I said, my daily uploads will be ending now. Move back a bit. I feel like I'm like you're looking at my nose or something. But yeah, I hope the ending of the daily uploads isn't too much of an issue. Obviously I know that you don't put any pressure on me and that is really kind of you. It is just me putting pressure on myself. I am fully aware of that, but I still do it all the time. But I'm willing to not, I'm really hoping to not do that this year. Lots going on and I just need to put my time elsewhere, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean I'm leaving YouTube. Like I said, I will be doing 2 uploads per week. Haven't figured out what days of the week my uploads are going to be yet. I think it'll probably be like one weekday, one weekend day, like a Tuesday and a Saturday, or Wednesday, Sunday, or something like that. I'm just not 100% sure which way round yet. Not that it really makes any difference. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.